Welcome to IAS Market Talk, your trusted source for timely ag market insights, brought to you by Innovative Ag Services. Each week, we break down the latest beef market trends impacting Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin, with expert updates tailored specifically for our IAS members. This week, you'll hear directly from Dave Rueber, IAS Beef Production Specialist, who brings decades of experience and deep knowledge of the cattle industry to these conversations. Dave has been providing market updates to producers for years, and now he's bringing those insights straight to you through this podcast. Tune in weekly for what you need to know straight from people you know. With that, here's Dave Rueber with the latest on what's happening in the cattle markets this week.
David Rueber, Beef Production Specialist for Innovative Ag, calling with a beef market commentary for October 15th. Cattle market is not for the weak of heart. It's been a kind of a volatile, crazy 10-day stretch here. Last week we sold fat cattle $5 higher, $235. It took until Friday to get that done. Feels like it's going to do something similar this week. Really no trade yet. It's going to be Friday, and it's going to be a higher market. We might push up there that 240 asking prices or 240 or higher. We were just 230 2 weeks ago, so just kind of a wild ride. Futures markets shown some tremendous life on live cattle as well. The real story here, though, is feeder cattle futures. We basically put $30 on feeder cattle futures in a week and a half. I've never seen this kind of rally in feeder cattle. Cash feeder cattle have gone up as well, not quite as quick as what feeder cattle futures have gone up, but cash feeder cattle, they're on a $15 to $20 up heater as well. So, yeah, it's been a wild ride. Those 8-weight steers, they're up there 370s, some in the 380s. The feeder index, which is supposed to represent an 800-pound steer, that's been up there tickling that 380, 381. So, yeah, it's a crazy deal. These cattle getting bought now, break evens 250, some a little higher than 250. The calves, normally this time of year when the runs pick up, you see a little pressure on these calf prices. Boy, not this year. A good 600-pound steer out of the West going to cost you $440, $450, $460. Heifers running a little bigger spread than usual, $30, $40 back of the steers. Corn market staying fairly flat. Had a little bit of an update today, but cost gains 90 to 95 on these steers, 95 to a buck on heifers. Profits just keep strolling along. Been a phenomenal year. We've put new contract highs in on feeder cattle and live cattle for pretty much every month, so just keep steamrolling higher. The thing we got to watch, what's maybe going to put a governor on this market, is box beef. It has bottomed out and started to trend higher. I was up $2 today, but when we had 245 fat cattle, month or so ago, we had choice boxes in that 415 range. Now we're sitting here looking at choice boxes in the high 360s. They got some work to do. Seasonality says boxes work higher from now into November. Going into the holidays, seasonality is for beef to work higher, and it's got a long ways to go. So keep an eye on that thing. If we're going to throw another $10 on this fat market, Packers can't lose $200 a head forever. They got to get those boxes higher. So that's what'll keep it going. But boy, it's a heck of an uptrend in market, both feeder cattle and live cattle. Once again, my name is David Rueber, Beef Production Specialist for Innovative Ag. Thank you.
That's it for this week's episode of IAS Market Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss an update. And if you know a fellow producer who could benefit from this information, share this episode with them. For more updates and insights, visit innovativeag.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll catch you next time on IAS Market Talk.
Are you ready for a hands-on role with purpose? Join the facility operations team at Innovative Ag Services, where we value hard work, safety, and community. With locations across Northeast and Central Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin, we offer industry-leading benefits, on-the-job training, and a culture that supports your growth. From competitive pay to a uniform allowance, we invest in our team. Grow with IAS and discover your co-opportunity. Apply today at innovativeag.com.